I'm here with David Schlesinger. David, tell us a little bit about your background in China. When did you first get to China?
Well, I first started studying China when I was in 6th grade, which is when Nixon went to China. And for me, it opened my eyes. And the reporting they did on that visit, the way they started to have their own eyes opened about the society, the way the stories they told, that opened my eyes. And I started reading then, and I never stopped. And this was in the mid-1980s, and I really think that in the intervening years, the most important thing that happened to me is that I've become less and less sure about what I actually understand about China. Now here I am 30 years on, and I really think that I've been on this journey towards ambiguity, that where once I was very sure about things, now I'm really not sure at all. Where once I saw things more in black and white, now I see things very much in terms of grays, both about how I understand China, but also how I can expect China to react in different situations. Where I think that we really get China reporting wrong is that we talk about China. And in fact, China is an incredibly diverse place. It actually isn't nonsense to say that China does this or China thinks that, because Eastern China is very different from Western China. The military in China is very different from shop owners in China. Factory owners in China are very different from farmers in China. So there's been a whole generational change. And the people who are now in school or the people who are now entering the workforce don't even know what happened in 1989. They may have heard about it vaguely, but it's not in the textbooks. They don't really understand it. And so it's a world away from them. But today, the huge positive is you can do real reporting. People will talk to you. People will go on the record. Journalists in China never get enough of the picture. Most Western news organizations, even the really big ones like AP, Reuters, Bloomberg, New York Times, the really big ones will have offices in Beijing and Shanghai only. That's like trying to cover the United States with offices only in New York and Washington. And the reporting tends to follow these cliched, exaggerated notions, which are cooked up in news meetings and capitals 9,000 miles away, without a sophisticated and subtle understanding of the situation on the ground. I think the world had too great an expectation for what China was actually going to deliver, without understanding that China, despite all its wealth, despite all its progress, is still a poor country. And I think the rest of the world, I think, underestimated the difficulty of some of the challenges that China has to go through. I think China, like every country, is essentially self-interested. And China will do things that support its dream, its growth, its trajectory. Sometimes those things will be positive for other countries. Sometimes those will butt up against other countries and there will be problems.